Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel and the Lucky Stars community. Let's start here with your general reading for the week of April 10th through April 16th. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't. For those of you liking and sharing the videos, thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also want to give a huge shout out to all of the new and returning viewers and subscribers. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Also want to give a huge shout out to all of the new and returning viewers and subscribers. Thank you also so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Did I just say that? I feel like I did. Wow. All right, so something... If I did, wow, something may be coming up during this week, Aquarius, a repeat of sorts, almost like you're watching or going through a rerun, like deja vu. Interesting, like happening right before you even notice it, and right in the middle, you're like, wait, or at the end, you're like, wait, this already happened. I already did this. I've already gone through this. So that'll be some interesting energy for you this week, Aquarius. And look, I'm shuffling these upside down. I don't do reversal, so there's something else coming through within that for you, Aquarius. Things may feel like it's upside down or a little bit reversed, and or whatever that rerun or repeat deja vu may feel like it has a little bit of a backwards or upside down kind of aspect to it. So a lot of energy before we even start the reading here, Aquarius. Interesting. Okay. Oh, that just jumped out. Let's get one more. The cards are ready to talk pretty quick this week for you, Aquarius. So they want you to know what is coming through. Spirit is like all about bringing this message through, Aquarius. So for some of you, wow, that is a lot of cards. Well, three, I guess. For some of you, Aquarius, there's that potential that a rerun, somebody's coming back, or situation is coming back. Something is potentially being brought back for you to make a decision. Lots of cards, jumping cards. Wow. Wow. For you to make a decision on it. If you're really, are you going to rewatch this rerun, Aquarius? Are you going to go back through it? Right? Interesting coming through. Look at, now, I don't know which reading it was, but in one of the readings recently, last week, I believe it was, we had these two cards pop out this way. Now, this week, they're popping out this way. Interesting, Aquarius. So, I'll see if I can figure out, which reading that was. But, and this one, I think, came out with it, too. I don't use this deck very often, Aquarius, but I'm pretty sure that these three cards came out in one of the readings. I am going to... attempt to find which reading that is, because obviously, yeah, again, I don't use this deck very often, but I did use it, I believe it was last week, and I'm pretty sure all three of these cards came out in that specific reading, Aquarius. So for some of you, wow, you've just got this energy of a rerun coming through, okay? A rerun or a repeat, something. And kind of the energy coming through, even before looking or going over the cards just yet, Aquarius, is that energy of making a decision if you're wanting to or willing to redo it, because you have bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius, so this is your own moon here. And then you have don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. So Aquarius, whew, some of you are going through the situation or having this come through, and there's a bit of a hard edge. Okay, you're being asked within that, again, this could be within that repeat, that rerun. It just keeps coming back like it's a rerun of a sitcom or a show almost on TV, and Spirit's like, okay, well, this rerun's coming, Aquarius. This is a general reading, so whether that has to do with love or it has to do with a situation with a co-worker or a family member, or just something way out in the blue, outer space kind of energy, or to the left field, what have you, this rerun or this deja vu, or for some of you, it even could be coming through in a dream, where it's like something that you've already seen, or something you've already done, or a pattern you've already been through, and it's showing up again. If this isn't a dream, Aquarius, there's a potential that it's a returning dream, and you're being asked, to kind of soften the edges, not be so rough around, okay? Because it's got a rough edge. This does, whatever this is, Aquarius, for this week for you in general, has a bit of a rough edge. So you're being asked to bring love into the situation, and this is Aquarius, new moon in Aquarius. So okay, and then don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So Aquarius, you're asking, I mean, the Leo energy comes in as, at least for this reading, Aquarius has a bit of an assertive energy. Bring love into it, but don't let your pride get in the way. Be assertive, not aggressive is what's coming through. But there is, whatever this is, Aquarius, is going to be big. This week, whatever this is that's coming through, this deja vu, this rerun, this kind of repeating whatever this is, pattern potentially, or even words, like almost a sentence coming through here, repeating for some of you, as it did in the beginning, Aquarius. It, yeah, you're being asked to have a softer edge with it, right? And also, if that's what you want to redo, because you have expect major, excuse me, misspoken words. So there may be conversations with where words were spoken in regret as well here, Aquarius. Expect major positive shifts. So there's going to be positive shifts in this, but it is going to take you being very, very conscious and aware of what is going on and of what you're saying, the communication, what you're putting out there, so you don't have regrets about what you're saying, okay? Because this is a big, huge, this is going to be a huge week here, Aquarius. I just don't know how else to put it. There's something that's coming through. There is going to, you can expect major positive shifts. Also, part of this is going to be based on how you decide. If you let pride get in the way, Aquarius, or if you don't bring love into the situation. I mean, these are both like action steps coming through here. Bring love into the situation. Don't let pride get in the way. Spirit started these are the first two cards of the reading. Spirit started this with actions, Aquarius, already giving you support and advice right off the bat. Even if the rest of this isn't, that is it for this week in general, Aquarius, because it's going to be huge. It's going to be big. There's going to be a big impact on you in the future. And for some of you, whatever this is that's kind of returning or replaying, right, or this rerun deja vu energy, is potentially, it had a huge impact on you in the past as well. And for some of you, you just haven't let it go yet. Or for some of you, it's coming back around to see if you actually learned the lesson and are ready to do things different, to have this major positive shift, okay? It's one, I mean, Spirit's bringing this back around to be like, hey, Aquarius, did you learn this lesson? What are you going to do this time? Are you going to watch the rerun again or be a part of this again, or are you going to turn away? And if you are a part of it again, are you going to bring love into the situation, kind of soften or have a softer edge, and not let pride get in the way? Be assertive, but not aggressive. There's a lot going on in this reading, Aquarius, and for those of you that this resonates with, you're going to know spot on exactly what this is referring to, okay? So when it shows up, you're not going to be surprised at all. You're going to be like, yeah, Kat told me this was happening. I knew it was coming through, right? Kat told me this was coming. I'm ready for this, okay? I already know what I need to do. Spirit gave me the guidance and the action steps right off the bat. I didn't really even need any more cards, Aquarius. We didn't need any more cards for this to come through, okay? Now you have exciting new adventures on the horizon. So for some of you, this is going to really bring out this breakthrough kind of energy, kind of breaking that rerun energy. It's almost this energy of, you know what, I'm choosing again, and I'm choosing differently this time, or whether that's your actions or the outcome that you choose or the part you choose to play within this, Aquarius. But there is exciting new adventures on the horizon for you. It's almost as if you're like, okay, I'm going to shut this rerun down, or I'm going to turn the TV off. I'm not going to rewatch it this time. I'm going to bring love into it by having self-love for myself, or respect for myself, for those of you that didn't feel that way maybe the first time around, and I'm just not going to participate. I'm going to, nip it in the bud, shut it down right off the bat, and I'm not going to participate in this. For others of you where this is coming through and, you're in the midst of it, or you're in the middle or the end, and before you even realize what it is, there is some new adventure energy, some excitement coming through within this for you, okay? So just know and be ready for it, okay? It says put your energy toward what matters, not towards what doesn't, is what's coming through. So many of you are going to be asked to really pay attention. We already went over this, but Spirit is bringing through again just to make sure you got it, Aquarius. Let me make sure you heard this. Spirit is saying, put your energy where it matters. Put it where it matters. Okay. If you're choosing not to rewatch this rerun, right? You've seen it a few times, or go through this this deja vu again. If you're choosing that, then choose to step away. Okay. If you're choosing to come at this with bringing love into the situation and not letting your pride get into the way, having a softer edge, looking at it from a different point of view, expecting something different, or ready for a new adventure instead of recreating that old story, make sure you're putting your focus where it matters, or your energy where it matters, towards what matters, away from what doesn't. For some of you, that is going to be what happened in the past. That memory is going to be there, but you also have to remember, Aquarius, that every time we think of something, or every time we have a memory, that we are putting new spins and new energy on it. It's never the same as how it actually happened. So you need to always remember that as well, because if you don't, if you continue, you have that Five of Cups energy coming through. Okay, so that Five of Cups energy is coming through with this energy of some of you really having that regret. And we talked about that. Make sure you're conscious and aware. Again, put your energy toward what matters. Make sure you're conscious and aware so you don't have that regret. Okay, you don't say things, or you don't either choose not to go through this, or choose to go through this again and regret it, or that you don't say things that you wish you would have said. This was so big in certain situations in my own personal reality, not with me personally, but with those around me. Last week, things were happening, things were going on, and nothing was being said. All of this, and then it's like that feeling of, oh my God, I don't know what happened. How did this happen, right? So for some of you, this is coming through, this deja vu, this rerun energy, this kind of returning to energy, because you don't even know what happened. It's almost as if you just have had that question for a while, and it's time for this to come back through for some of you, so that you can have a little bit of closure, so that you can have kind of this Ten of Swords energy, coming in with that energy of really being ready to be final with some of this. So this coming through with that. But for others of you, you had potentially felt pain, or had felt a loss when this originally happened. And so this rerun is coming through to see if you will deal with this, or have a different, softer edge with this coming through again, if you learned the lesson. Okay, so Aquarius, this is really going to come down to what it is you decide to do, because again, this is going to be a big, huge, impactful situation and or week for you within this. Okay, that rerun energy is coming through. It's coming through for a very specific reason for each one of you individually. For some of you, you've been holding on to something that you shouldn't have. For others, you didn't get the answers that you needed. For some, you were just still ruminating in it, right? And or getting very sharp, right? Very sharp, or a very aggressive instead of assertive. And Spirit's saying, we're gonna just rerun this, Aquarius. We're gonna run this back by Aquarius. We're gonna run this right back through Aquarius's life. We're gonna, this is something Aquarius, or this dream's gonna come through. It's gonna come through again until Aquarius gets it. Okay, so this is happening for a reason, Aquarius. This is happening for a reason. And do you see that repeat there too? So interesting when it comes through like that. It's happening for a reason, Aquarius, and Spirit is bringing this through with those action steps very first and foremost, so that you get the understanding that there's definitely some steps that you can take. It's not happening to you, Aquarius, it's happening for you, and there is much that you can do. There's much that can be done. I need to share this with you, or Spirit needs to share this with you, Aquarius. It's coming through, it's happening for a reason, okay? So that you can understand that you are not stuck. There is stuff. There are always action steps. There are always things that we can do. There are always ways that we can shift our energy, or where we're putting our energy, where we're focusing, where we can expect positive shifts and positive outcomes instead of always negative stuff. where we can be excited for what's new to come, or new adventures, or the new horizon that is coming with each night that passes. Every next morning has that new beautiful horizon, that new kind of beginning energy, and that is what Spirit is trying to bring through. And sometimes that rerun has to come through. Sometimes we don't understand or get everything the first time we view something, or the first time we go through something. Think about watching a movie for the first time. For some reason, Harry Potter's coming through here. Why? I'm not sure. I don't know if it has any relevance, but it may mean something to one or a few of you. And the first time that you watched it, you noticed certain things, but then the second and the third and the fourth time that you watched it, if you've watched them that many times, you notice something else and something else and something else, right? That is why this is coming through, so you can pay attention, so you can be conscious and aware. Don't let yourself have regrets. Potentially you had those regrets in the beginning. Spirit is saying, okay, this is coming through, Aquarius, so that you can have this kind of rehashing of this rerun, this rerunning through it, going through it, this deja vu for some of you if it's a dream, so that you can notice the things that you didn't, so that you can not have any regrets, so you can have that solid open communication, so that you can bring love into the situation, so that you can be assertive, not aggressive, so you don't let your pride get into the way, so you don't bite your tongue when you really want to put out how you're feeling, what you're thinking, what's going through your mind. If you're a little pissed, Aquarius, let them know, or let that come out, release, okay? Because you also have the Seven of Wands, so some of you have really been defensive about certain situations, and it could potentially be this, and you've kind of put yourself in a bubble and pretended it didn't happen, or pretended you got the answers, or pretended you got the communication, all the while holding in that little bubble in your body, all that potential pain, or all that potential heartbreak, or all that potential communication that is just like inside of you now because you didn't get it out. This is happening for you, okay? This is happening for you, and Spirit really needs you to get that. Spirit really needs you to get that, Aquarius, because some of you, even at the thought of this, even right, you wake up from their dream, if it's a dream that is keeps coming through, Aquarius, and you're like, I'm so tired and I don't, but you're not. You got to go in and figure that out, right? Okay, because that Nine of Cups energy is here as well, Aquarius. So there's a wish fulfilled within this for you. This isn't just happening just because. This is happening to bring you this energy of finally understanding, or finally having answers, or finally letting the communication out, or finally having a different spin on this, or finally seeing things differently, finally understanding things differently, finally having a softer edge. This is coming through in so many ways, Aquarius, and you're getting that as you watch this video, as you watch this reading, those insights coming through for you. You're getting all these ahas. It's coming through. You're understanding. You're seeing it. And as this comes through, as this plays out for you, Aquarius, whether it is this week or in the future, very near future for many of you, then you're going to have that feeling of a wish fulfilled. Finally, I understand. Finally, I see this. Finally, I don't have that regret anymore. Finally, I got this off my chest. Finally, this is turning around. Finally, right? Whatever it ends up being for you, Aquarius, there is that contentment that is coming through within this. But again, Spirit is reminding you, those very first two cards were action steps. You always have an action. You can always make a choice. You can always do something different, and it's coming around. Again, this is rerunning, returning, coming back, Aquarius, so that you can have that wish fulfilled, that contentment, that feeling of satisfaction, where you may not have had it for so long because the first time around you didn't notice, have that conscious awareness. You didn't say what you wanted to say, you didn't communicate, or you said something you didn't want to say, that kind of stuff. It's almost coming through as a second chance, okay? A wish fulfilled for a second chance, Aquarius. So do pay attention, because you know what's coming. Spirit's already let you know. Know that there are different choices. You have a lot. You can expect those major positive shifts. You can, get excited. You can put your energy towards what does matter, okay? This Five of Cups, this Ten of Swords energy, this doesn't have to repeat unless you choose it to, okay? Unless you choose it to. It's up to you, all right? Okay, I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. Also, at the beginning, I had meant to say that I hope you all had a fabulous holiday weekend with Easter if you celebrate it, and or a beautiful weekend if not. Weather here has been gorgeous. Got the tank tops out, windows down, super exciting. Also, what meant to come through in the beginning, which didn't because the message started, was a reminder that memberships are now officially open. So you can hit that join button, check out all of the perks available to you, and decide if becoming a member to the channel, offering that support, offering that love to the channel, and getting the perks in return, if that is aligned for you. If so, go ahead and hit that join button, check them out, see which one is for you, and go ahead and sign up. We would love to have you. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.